Hello everybody, welcome back to Minor Illusion. Tonight guys we'll be doing a one-shot short story campaign session with the lovely Mistress Lona, who has joined us today for the Saturday evening session. Some announcements just for us to remind us, coming up for their next D&D session is actually going to be on Monday, and we'll return to our usual and original time slot and date every week for Monday at 8 PM here on this Twitch channel /SirLanaBeans. And it's been a long while since you've done one of these.
Yeah, it does feel like that actually, to be honest with you. And wrong label on the live stream, by the way.
I just noticed that.
I know I have a lot of hair, but last time I checked, it wasn't fur. So yeah, get that changed. Get that changed
That's
now.
going to do a lot more work to get that changed.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Apparently, I am now Mantra. Uh. Oh dear God! I wonder if, when she was a kitten, she just used to cuddle her tail at night for comfort rather than having a teddy bear just as her tail. Nah, I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, it has been a while since we have last done a short story. Last one that we had, it was me, Kashrin, and Wart actually working together to help Ababoso. And it turned out that the old cunt didn't actually need us. He could have escaped any time he wanted. He just wanted to play us.
Indeed.
Arsehole.
Yeah.
Yes, the beard game is strong with the DM this evening, isn't it? Hey, round of applause for the beard. Round of applause for the beard. It's yeah. So tonight definitely something a bit different that we've cooked up, isn't it?
We'll see.
I say that as though I have a clue what's going to go on. I just know that I've got a different character sheet than normal. I have a title, oh my god, and I get to just talk a load of shite this evening. I am in my element.
You're definitely an element if you get to talk a lot of shite.
Exactly, because I mean, I've not even been streaming on my own channel lately. I've just been so busy with uni work and like work and life work
and parent work.
Yeah, that as well, and volunteer work, and it's too much work. Honestly. That's not creepy at all. I don't know how I feel about that last that last mention in the comments. But yes. Thank you for noticing.
What did they notice?
Hmm? They noticed that I talk a lot of shit, but apparently they know where we live. And I'm mildly creeped out by that statement.
Who said that?
Hmm?
Who said that?
Que. No idea if I pronounced that right, but it's the best that I've got with that amount of A's.
Well, I'm in the middle of just changing the name. I'm going to put something up very temporary. I'm not proud of it, but this is the best I can do in a very short term.
What do you mean you're not proud of it?
It's not up to my
Work
standards.
hard at work worth doing. What have you done?
I'm just doing the right thing, dealing with your complaint of a short-term fix.
To be fair, like the people have to know who's who's polluting their ears this evening. I can't have your potential new people coming along and thinking, wait a minute, that's a different person than what was on Saturday. So yes, I will accept that.
There we go.
Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, I'm less concerned now.
There we go. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So tonight,
This must be what your you know how if when you go on the roads as a comedian and you have a warm up act. This must be how the warm up act feels when they go to their dressing room and it's a freaking post-it on the door just going like, yeah, this, like, yeah, that's where you can get ready.
You know that's our sister, right?
Hmm?
You know it's our sister, right?
You mean yours?
Yes, my blood. You're by
Yeah, the penny has dropped
yeah.
now. I am a bit slow on the uptake, okay?
Oh well. Well, so yeah, back on Monday for the next main session itself. Let's see what happens when the group have finally arrived in Verla. But in the meantime, I think that will be all we need to discuss in regarding the announcements. You don't have any announcements, do you?
Um, none that I can think of. I mean, I will temporarily be absent for 1 week with the new schedule change, but in fairness, that's something that's been kind of sprung on me. I've got a last minute invitation to a comedy show, and yeah, just to kind of plan ahead. D&D, as far as I know, are we really calling it off, or are we doing something else for the week of the 15th of November?
Well, there'll definitely be no D&D session, but we're going to be getting to that a little bit closer to time in November. But we may as well
Mhm.
discuss it now. 15th of November session, there'll be no, for the first time ever, there'll be no Dungeons and Dragons that week. There will be something run by the other group, but myself will be away, so will not be available to DM for our group. Instead, I will be busy elsewhere, visiting family,
Mhm.
just doing some personal stuff. Nothing to worry about, but just basically out of the position to correctly do this, especially in the fashion, the way, and the dedication I usually bring it. But I think that's it.
Mhm. I mean, it does mean that you're missing out on 2 weeks of this lovely goblin face here that you all love and know. But yeah, other than that, with the recent change to our schedule, please be patient with us while we tweak our opening credits. And with that in mind,
Yeah.
would you like to do the honours of hitting the play button?
Okay. Are you directing now?
I don't know. Are you like this is new territory that we haven't done in a while. This whole like, yeah, just me and you battering back and
It's
forth off of one
it's
another.
been a year.
Yeah, well, a year ago you didn't have the intro, did you? I
I know.
don't know how to introduce the introduction.
Well,
Just play the freaking intro because I'm digging myself a hole.
let's jump into tonight's episode of My Illusion. Let's. You see, you mess me. Maybe mess it up. Let's jump into tonight's episode of
It's
Dungeons and
contagious.
Dragons with the Minor Illusion. And welcome back. So, one evening, the group that has not been named once again takes a rest for the evening. Out before the little goblin herself, with the wolf companion of Toto at her side, turns in for the evening and takes some rest. As she falls asleep, eyes flicker under the lids as she begins to surface more of her memories that have been returned to her thanks to her visit to Muir's Tower. She begins to remember grass bleeding against her face, and a body not quite dissimilar to what she is in right now. We fall back in time to a period before Alvar's timely death, before she was reincarnated into the goblin figure that we know her currently today. Just resting, relaxing, with a weight. Suddenly, it's evening. We're coming to early morning with barely light coming in from the sun. It's quite chilly. It's probably around about, give or take, autumn time. The sky is clear, so you still see some of the stars, but some of the stars are starting to be drowned in the orange of the sun as it's beginning to rise. Everyone up! It's time! Come on! Up! You hear murmurs of herself. Also...
Oh, I'm disappointed by that. That must have taken ages as well. We had a Kraken in the chat. Honestly, poor calamari. He didn't know what hit him.
So, several voices murmuring over yourself, being brought to bring your head off of that grass with a bit of flick of dirt stuck to your head. Sleep in the rough equipment by your side. Come on, guys, up, let's go. Rest time's over.
Right.
Right, I've described the location of the Khazradian squad that is moving her towards Urine Hold through the hill the hill pass to the north of Lore City. If we use long stride, we should be able to reach and intercept them within an hour before they reach the city. But we must make haste. We must try and intercept the hold no further. One of the big 8-foot Goliath rises up and goes, "And if they enter Urine's hold, then we must kill her, no matter what the cost. She will be able to provide the Khazad Empire with technology that could destabilize the entire region." Then a ranger himself is sitting by a human in the cloak, just checking over his longbow. And what if they get her to Blackfallow City? It'll be impossible to infiltrate and assassinate her. Yes. Then we kill him on the road. We'll kill her on the road. Or in the hold. It matters not. The traitor will be eliminated no matter the cost. Alvivor, Sorkins, do you have anything to say? Ready and writ always.
Just to be clear then, are we going on an assassination mission today? Because there's a lot of use of the word kill, I've noticed.
Where's your head been for the last couple of days?
Just clarifying if I can use deadly force or not. Total?
You know the orders.
Mm-hmm. Just again clarifying before I let Toto off leash, is all.
We can't let her get away.
Mm-hmm.
If they give her the technology that will allow their airship to create airships, create floating fortresses, give that to the orcs, the goblins, it means that we can no longer control them.
I understand the importance of retrieving and limiting the spread of this information. I just want to ensure that the use of deadly force has already been pre-agreed is all. After all, we don't want to risk our ranks or positions within our line of work, shall we say?
Didn't you
Yes.
provide us the orders from your mother in the first place? That we have to kill on sight, if possible capture. But
Yes, but
given
you
her
forget.
talents, it's too dangerous. We need to kill her. And destroy the body.
Very well. Shall we then? After all, it is of utmost importance that we grab her before she's able to infiltrate
Gather up.
Mm-hmm.
Gather up. It begins throwing. Your wolf won't need it because he's already faster than us. And everybody's been casted long stride. For the next hour or so, everybody can move at 10 feet faster. Well, although you're the best tracker we have, lead on.
Do we have anything with this person's scent on it?
Do you know the direction of your untold? Let's go.
No, I'm asking you as a DM.
Let's name no.
Uh, okay,
Sorry,
so
sorry.
I'm
Say
just going.
DM first. Emphasize if you're talking in character or not. Remember, say DM. Do we have anything?
Okay, well, DM, do I have anything with this
I've
person's
already.
scent on it?
No, I've already answered that question. Remember.
Right,
It's
okay. So, gonna go ahead and start striding off with Total by my side into the direction that we need to go.
squad follows you. It's a dragonborn paladin, a human ranger, a high elf, a half high elf wizard, a captain, a tabaxi scout, and a Goliath berserker. All in all in your tail, following you and Toto's trail as you head northeast, directly towards the hill pass north of Lore City. Give me a survival check. In fact, no, just a straight D20.
Just straight D20,
Just a
okay.
straight D20. Let's see what happens on this Lakers journey.
Well, that's unfortunate. First rolled the night, that's a 1.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So on a 1, wherever it gets colder, it gets nippier. There is a northerly to south wind as cold air is being breezed down from the mountains between Kazrad and the Savant Empires. With this, rain starts also fall. And your vision is limited, but with your please for a survival check. Let's see if we can get to your own hold before they leave.
Okay, so that is a 17.
17. Okay. Several hours pass without break, journeying what feels like on a forced march for much longer. Everybody breathing heavily, taking only maybe a minute to rest just to take a drink, break out a ration, total gasping for air, running through the countryside as you track your quarry. As you come over the hill, you see a ruin of a keep, Tumen Keep, with some lights emanating from it, as well as a smokestack coming from what looks to be its northeastern side. Give me a perception check.
Okay, well, that's a natural 20. And that makes a 34. Jesus.
Okay, 34. So with that good check, you do spot two hobgoblins on the western entrance. You know, so two little sizzle holes, and with that high perception, you do spot the slight reflection of eyes that seem to belong to a pair of goblins, one at each turret, looking out towards the entrance. You see a lot of damage on the northern front, where it looks like it's almost very difficult terrain to cross. You believe you can also see another entrance to the south, and but it's still very tightly packed. What do you see?
Well, there are 2 hobgoblins guarding the entrance. Goblins in the towers taking point to watch. But I also see an alternative entrance to the south that isn't as difficult to navigate as opposed to the northern entrance. I'm assuming that they usually greet their visitors on the northern side, so my recommendation would probably be to come up the rear from the south. They may not be expecting that as much.
They're pretty much in Kazra territory now, but If we were to enter through the south, there's no saying that we need to get within the numbers. As a squad, we cannot take on that many troops. So, Denton, Balmer. Ugh. Denton, Balmer.
You okay?
Can you take up can you take up sniping position? Head to the hill on the far west side. Try to stay within 600 feet. And dispatch the 2 goblins at the entrance. When anybody inside sees us, they'll pull out and come out to confront us. Alvor, you and me will enter for the south.
Very well.
As for Sawkins, Biggins, also take the western entrance. We need to distract them long enough. Fight to delay, not to kill. I know how much you all want to, but we're here for one thing. Alvor, we need your total expertise of tracking and finding her before she escapes.
Don't worry. We
And
shall
if
find her.
possible, we need to kill some of them. But I want to try
I'm
and
fairly.
get to the room as quickly and quietly as possible.
I'm fairly certain.
Usually, a fortress like this is usually manned probably by 24 orcs, goblins.
I'm fairly certain that they won't pose much of a problem. Will they, boy?
He sits down, lies down, and just literally watches on just cresting over the peak of the hill, just staring away, ear flicking a little bit, listening out.
Mm-hmm.
Denton and Palmer walk off to the far left. Begin their slow run towards the hills. Put the Zoggins. Head to that rock. When they start charging, take them out. Hawkins and Biggins be running off. And looks towards you.
Let's move into position.
Grabs your arm, pulls you back down. As you prevently says, whatever happens, trust me.
You anticipate something will happen?
She's not going to be alone.
Naturally.
We're going to have to maybe play coy, maybe some deception. I need you to trust me, no matter what.
As in, trust your lies, or as in,
Play along.
take. Remind me again, who's in charge out of the pair of us?
Me?
And then there you go.
But
It is not for me to question my cat.
I understand, but what I'm going to be doing may seem questionable. But I think it's the best way to get this job done.
Nevertheless, you are captain, I am lieutenant. My job is quite literally to obey your commands. In the event that you fall, then that is when things will change.
Indeed.
But I trust your judgment. After all, we have worked together for a while.
Indeed. See the turn of the wall there. See the gap in the wall where they can peer out of. We need to move to the right of that and pin against the wall. Try and get there as quickly as we can. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Walks off with his levers and his staff. And you both run to the hill, hopefully not being seen. The cover of the rain and a slightly darkened sky. Breezing into the thing. You come to realise The approach from the south is definitely the best option, as your scent is downwind. And yeah, I disconnected him.
I've only just twigged what happened there.
Yeah, I disconnected him because he's coming in the moment. So we're live.
Sorry.
I think you forgot that we're live.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh god. Ah,
And
okay.
we appreciate
You completely forgot. We'll catch you
we
after.
appreciate that you want to help Van considering that you're our usual big strong paladin, but not this evening. This is before I meet you.
I think he was still a baby at this point. Maybe a teenager, or not even a teenager, probably a young boy at this point.
I technically am meant to be sending like Christmas and birthday cards because I know his dad.
You know, at this point, you have not met Louisville.
Oh, yes, good point actually.
You were a captain when you met Louisville.
Oh yeah, so I'm just living my best life right now with my husband and my wolf and my squad. So yeah, that makes sense.
Well, your husband's not here.
I know he's not here because like quite honestly, no. I don't see like that being the thing that we'll introduce until later on down the line. Sorry, Doom. Not tonight.
Is he chatting?
Yep.
There's a
No
paladin.
paladin.
There's a paladin. Might get to you, might not, depending on how the session goes. So, as you both move up, I'd like to bring your attention to Astral. I'm just going to use this as a point of reference.
Yeah, no problem. Oh my god, my eyes. So lesson I never learned, have Astral open before we start the freaking stream.
We don't have to.
I know, but at the same time though, it's very much a case of I get blinded by how bright my tabs are when I first open them.
For those who don't recognise Asimir, there she is.
Yeah, back before I was a teeny tiny goblin. I used to be pretty. I mean, not in IRL, like, I'm always a mess as a human, but, what?
So, what would you like to do?
I'm pretty much gonna follow the lead of my captain since he's taking point on this. So, where's the
Points to
best
you.
entrance way?
Just telling you, it gives you a hand signal to lead.
It would really freaking help if I could actually see where I'm going. Like, is this over here the right an entranceway?
Where?
Like, over here.
As you go, there's a lot of rubble, but there's no. The rubble seems to be climbable,
Mm-hmm.
but quite high.
And what about over here?
That's a turret entrance. You cannot climb into there. It's too narrow.
Right, okay, so over here and up then seems to be the
If you
only
double
way.
click, you can do that.
Double click what?
See?
Right, okay.
If
So,
you need to
oh wait a
check.
minute. Oh wait a minute, there's freaking stairs over there. If I zoom out, I'm gonna need you. Okay, along here and oh, wait a minute. I can see things. Is there a window here? Like over here, is there a window?
Make a stealth check, please. 16 for alarm.
Okay, that is a 16.
That's 18. Okay. Okay, so as you creep up quietly, with the wind and the rain is helping you quietly sneak up. So you said you see something.
Yeah, is that a window there?
Could be.
Just because as I'm dragging my thing, I can see into the room.
Make a
I see
perception check.
Okay, so 18 plus 14, that is 32.
Perfect. So you see a strong orange glow of a light coming out from what is clear from a source of a fire, maybe some torches. You also hear some. Do you speak Orcish?
Let me double check. No. Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Minotaur.
Yep, so you have no idea what's being said.
I think they're having a jolly time in there.
How many?
Okay, so just...
How many do you see?
Well, in my field of vision, I can see 3 so far. But it definitely sounds like at least double, maybe triple that amount.
You have to be careful. There should be a full battalion here. I said there'll be at least 2 to 3 dozen. We set one of them off, the rest will come after us.
Precisely.
There's another turret. There's another gap over there. Do you see it?
I think so. I think best course of action. So just quickly go.
Yep. Go. Check the window.
Oh yes, there's definitely more of them.
How many more?
You can see at least 3, but going forward, I think that must be the edge of the room because there's not that many people there.
Right. Opening that door could mean we draw a lot of attention. Do you think we're at the limit of our approach? Do we think we need a distraction?
To be fair though, I think that this door that we're coming out to must be a hallway of some sort. So I think maybe nudge it open, and worst case scenario, we can jump over down the other side, hide for a bit, and just send Toto in as Zoe's looking for scraps. After all, I'm sure they must get wild wolves up here all the time. It's not uncommon for one to...
Usually they eat them.
It's a good thing that Toto isn't a normal wolf, then.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry, boy. I know that you're not disposable, but you have a unique ability. Okay, so open the door on 3, right?
So as you go to reach the door, tell me what to do first.
I'm going to reach out and I'm just kind of going to, like, open the door and, like, kind of swing open, but just kind of keep back at the wall, just kind of listen out.
So as you go to open the door, it is not open. It appears to be locked.
Okay, well that was, You do not by any chance know how to pick a lock, do you, Captain?
Oh, pick lock? No. Not with a lockpick at least. Points, with brings his arm around you, points 2 fingers at the lock and just goes, knock. Here.
Why do you insist on lying to me? You do know
I don't
how
have
to
a
pick a lock.
lockpick, but I do know the spell knock.
That still serves a purpose.
Peek in. See what you see. Make a perception check.
There's a 30.
30, okay. So as you peek into this room, you see a hallway which seems to be vacant.
Coast is clear.
Right. Doorway on the left. You see anything?
Mm-hmm.
It's locked. That'll be the kitchen. There's no lock, so we can't lock it. We need to be careful because the 6 to 9 that we believe is in that room will come out if we do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yes, agreed. And I have a horrid feeling. No,
Well,
I don't want you to panic.
Grabs you and pulls you into the doorway.
Yeah,
Something
I do
wrong
not.
with your sight because there is a goblin to the north.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't want you to panic, but there are hobgoblins and orcs over there.
I see another door. Opposed to the one to the northeast. So there's a few entrances. There's also an open hallway that goes up to, it looks like some orcs up to north. Your call. Do we call it a distraction?
Hold on a moment. May I use hide in plain sight? Yeah.
What you can do with hide in plain sight is give yourself invisibility, but what happens with that is you are invisible while against the wall. When you move, you're no longer invisible.
Am I able to share it with the captain and Total?
No.
Okay, so that's just me then.
For example, if you have to hide somewhere and you just space out a wall and use that skill, people may run past you. But in a situation for infiltrating, it'd be more of like, oh shit, someone's coming.
I think probably best to go for the door across from us.
Can we reach it without alerting those goblins and orcs? They're very close.
I mean, we did get into the establishment without them noticing us.
But with the cover, with a little bit of darkness and the weather. But we're now inside, and our voices are echoing.
You don't have any abilities that can temporarily blind them.
Oh, that will still alert them.
Okay, well, what do you have that can
As I said, we have a distraction ready to go if we feel we need it.
Thank calling the distraction. It's a little bit early, but I think that's the best course of action.
Right. Balmer, please commence the distraction. We are inside, but unable to progress further without highly likely alerting patrols and sentries. Go, go, go. So, we'll wait for the signal. You're waiting, pure silence, it says. If they hear us, if they hear the attack, they may try to flee as well. Because they know we will not allow them to escape. So, best be prepared to intercept.
Perhaps it would be best for us to amber some of that rubble in front of us then.
Well, there's two things we can do here. We can wait till the soldiers are out and wait for the party that would be escorting the traitor, or we can fire away there and pin them in the place, and hopefully maybe our friends can deal with the opposite side, but it's dangerous. I'm not sure what to do. We're drastically numbered, 10 to 2. So between here and there, I believe there's probably at least 15, maybe 10 to 15. And probably a lot more to this side, the other side.
Yes, the intelligence that we got on this one was severely lacking.
Oh no, the intelligence was just spot on, we just didn't have the manpower. I mean, the squadron reinforcements will arrive, but not in time.
True, I'm just not used to being this ill prepared. Still, we shall find a way to make it work.
He teleports across. I'd be prepared what comes from that way. If they come this way to the door, pin yourself and get ready to fight. You hear a horn go off. As you hear tables flip over in the room behind you, you startle for a moment. Roar. And you hear what feels like nearly a dozen feet stamping away.
I just kind of pull my hood up further to cover my face a bit.
So, they found us! Quick! There's only a couple of them. So you hear a lot of shouting, a lot of screaming, a lot of like roaring. What it sounds like to be probably maybe 24 orcs and hobgoblins stomping throughout the keep.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of there, you idiots! You hear more and more. Try using the back door. Come behind them and flank them.
Mm-hmm.
You hear this coming from your north side. As you see, hear the footsteps of possibly 3 orcs. Alon gives you a gesture to get down.
Okay, so I shrink down.
The orc runs past you, pushes the door open, and runs out. And another. And another. All not seeming to take notice of you, luckily. Find a secure exit for the VIP. Says, I'll go north and deal with these. We're heading this way. Yes, you did move. And then he turns the corner and runs off. So,
Right, okay. I'll go ahead and try this door here that was across from us.
so as you go to put your hand on it, you do notice it is unlocked.
Yeah, just same as before then.
Mm-hmm.
Move myself over here and then just kind of open it as though it's swung open by itself. Anything on the other side?
Oh! You hear that come from the dwarf. He says, "Who's that? Pointy ear scum! Shurakoto!" You hear what seems to be a struggle to your north. What do you do?
I'll go ahead and head north then. Through the door?
No, north is behind you. That's where Alaron went. You hear a struggle up the north.
Okay, I'll go ahead and give him a hand.
He said, head this route. What do you want to do?
Wait a minute, he specifically told me to go the other way then?
If you were paying attention, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll ignore that sound. Okay, so
We must
door
get
down.
you to safety. They are here to kill you. You hear
Go ahead and
this?
close that door behind me. So where did I hear that come from?
To your north. Give me a perception check.
That is 8 plus 14, so that is 22.
So you hear what appears to be coming through the door with a bit of light coming beneath it. It says, "We must prepare to leave. You two, get the door." Door swings open, and two goblins step out. What do you do?
Okay, so let me see now. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, no, I can't technically use Misty Step to go through the door, can I?
Only where you can see.
I can. Is the door still open?
Door's open.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get Toto to run ahead of me through the open door, just past the
Right.
goblins.
As you go to do this, I need you to roll initiative as both the goblins screech and see Toto peer out of the corner.
Ah, dear. That's a 7.
Okay. Okay. So, send Toto up. And he runs to back there, you say, yeah?
Yeah, I was having him like run to the door to get through it first. And then I was
Okay.
going to Misty Step, like, go through the door and then just close it behind me. I'm guessing I only get to about there, though, or can he get all the way through the door?
Yep, so. I don't know what's happening to your friend. He's not responding. He seems to be busy in one of the other corridors. Says, "Someone's here. Dispatch the wolf." So, let's see here. You there! Kill it! Points towards the goblin. Goblin 1 is going to take his turn next. He's going to step forward. And he is going to go ahead and attack. Does a 19 hit total.
Damn it, yes.
Total takes 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Such with advantage, that's fine. Okay. Goblin 2 is going to also take an attack. Does 11 hit?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. So it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and continue with the original plan, since they are not the priority target here. So I'm going to Misty Step through the open door. And I am going to have Toto join me. Now, given that the Maya Cloudbender is the target, I'm assuming, yeah?
The bell.
DM, can you answer my question?
Do you see a woman here and she is the person you've been told that's the kill? She looks at you gasping.
Okay, so I'm going to have
your own mother would send you to die.
I'm going to go ahead and have Toto charge and maul.
So 2 opportunity attacks against Toto. First one was an 18. The second one was also an 18.
Okay, so they both hit.
So Toto takes 3 points and 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so that's 8 in total. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Right, okay, so charge and maul from Toto.
Go for it.
So let's see now. That is. I think I'd get easier, get better at this. So where's my D8? Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Seriously?
12 does not hit. Especially as Toto does go for a bite, there's a sort of yellow, there's a sort of like pink shine to her arm that seems to have protected her from the attack.
Right, okay, so technically because of Beastal Fury, I can make 2 attacks with Maul. So can I roll again?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a bit better. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Excellent, much better. And does my plus 1d6 in effect from the charge, or is that only with first attack?
First attack.
Okay. That's not bad actually, so that is a 8 plus 3, so that is 11 hit. 11 slashing damage.
Okay. So God. So what are you gonna do?
Okay, so let me double check what I can do actually. Could I technically use Entangle to like bind the 2 goblins behind me, or to make the door like unopenable, if you will?
You want to grapple the door closed with Entangle?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that an option?
What is the save?
That is a strength save of 17.
I was going to say that's a fail. You just push the door shut and just entangle it instead of roots to hold it in place, so the door can no longer move. I think that could work.
Okay. Excellent. And with that, I am also going to go ahead and take an attack as well.
You can.
No. Wait.
You've used your action to entangle the door.
Can I not use my short sword as my bonus action?
We use 21 duration. These ones are difficult terrain, so it's now difficult terrain. It doesn't stop the door from opening and closing, so it means that just people who have to go through the door now have to spend twice movement to move.
Right, okay. Am I not allowed to use any of my bonus actions?
Yes, but you
Right,
can't do that as an attack.
right, okay. Yeah, good point actually, because I'm out of range anyway.
Well, no,
Right.
you got no form of attacks that are bonus actions.
Hmm. Right, because I've got a short sword in my list of bonus actions.
Has to be used with an attack action.
Right, okay, that's fine then. So I just kind of lock eyes with her and just go, "My, you know that I'm here. Give me the information, and I may be able to let you go."
So, all of a sudden, you hear a loud bang from behind as the door opens, and you see this what looks like a huge goblin begins rushing in behind you. It's 5 feet. It comes up behind you. And he is. So he has surprised you. So he's going to bring up his Morning Star. And is going to attack you from behind. Does a 16 hit?
No.
So you just all of a sudden this hand with a chain of a star, like a spike ball, hits the door frame right behind you as you duck. Then suddenly, Orc moves up in front of you. With his huge great axe, he's going to take a swing. So that's a 12 to hit, which I'm going to say for presume misses.
Mm-hmm.
Hobgoblin's next. He's also going to move up towards you. And he's going to swing his longsword at you. And that is a 7, so duck that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you, smiles, holds out her hand. She's going to use a 4th level spell and cast Polymorph. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That is a 17.
Save. So you feel the you feel what feels like everything's becoming different in your body. You feel like you're being forced into a new no, you've resisted. And he goes, And she looks up behind you and sees all of a sudden and you hear this in your ear. Okay. So all of a sudden, this green beam shoots through the 2 goblins and the orc. Fail. Fail. Success. All of a sudden, you're just seeing the 2 goblins literally disintegrate into nothing. And the orc takes half damage. So he takes 97 points of force damage in half. So he takes 46. 47? 46. 46 points of force damage as a beam scrapes him just a little bit. Oh yeah, and then suddenly he disappears as his body crumbles into dust. As you see behind you, Aleron. Having fun?
Oh yes, tremendous fun.
Hmm.
You took your time, didn't you?
Oh, there's more around here. It says, enough! Runs towards you. Who seemingly is the warlord here, the one in charge. He's going to make 2 attacks against Albivore. 19.
Just matches my armor level, so I'm not sure what happens in this.
That's a hit. And 15?
Nope, miss.
Okay. He's going to use Grunge Fury to increase the damage. So he does... ...21 slashing damage to you with his great axe. For a heavy swipe and catches you. Ah, that hurts. So it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna summon Toto to come back next to me. Actually, can he attack before he moves?
You can do anything in any order.
Right, okay, so I'm gonna have a maul at Maya again. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Excellent. So that is another 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And for the second maul attack, does a 18 hit.
Hits indeed.
Excellent. So that is 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Toto come back to me. Just there. And since I have essentially all 3 of them right in front of me, I would like to try one of my new abilities this evening. I'm going to go ahead and cast Conjure Barrage.
Okay. What is the requirements?
Okay, so it's a Dex 17 saving throw. Basically,
that is a success. That's a fail. And that's also a fail. So 1 success, 2 fails.
Okay, excellent. Now, for those of them that failed, they will now be taking 3d8 damage.
Okay.
So, excuse me a moment while I find my third d8. There it is. Can't see it for looking at it because I very rarely use these. So, okay, so that is a 5, a 7, and a 6. So that is... I cannot math today. Help. It's 18, I want to say.
So how much?
5, a 7, and a 6.
5s and 7s, so 5 and 7s, 12, 6 and 18.
Okay, yeah, so I was right then.
Do
So,
you take half damage as save?
yes, half damage for a save.
Okay. So as you bring your arrow, they're like, haha, all of a sudden you shoot, and all of a sudden these dozens of arrows materialize around and just nail them all. The warlord just braces himself, the hobgoblin doesn't even get his hands up, she covers herself a little bit as well. As they all take damage, the hobgoblin falls with arrows riddled throughout his body.
Excellent. And is that pretty much all I can do? I can only do 1 spell or 1 attack.
You can only do only 1 spell.
Right, okay, so I can't do any attacks or anything else.
You've used your action.
Wait a minute. On my new character sheet, it tells me I've got attacks per action too.
Yeah, but you've used your action to cast a spell instead of taking attack action.
Right. Okay, so that does not mean that I have
You
to...
spent all your time casting Barrage.
Right, okay, that's fine then. So, I just emphasize again, Maya, one way or another, this is going to end badly for you, so Surrender is possibly the best option at this moment.
Stupid, skinny bitch. This is the response you get from the man in charge.
How eloquent.
To which, dude behind you is going to take another attack. And that is 23.
Hits.
And you take 9 points of slashing damage. Piercing, rather, but yeah.
Okay, that's stinging a little bit.
If that stings, try this. She points her finger towards you. And all of a sudden, this blue beam fires towards you. As she casts Ray of Frost. And that is a 9. So it does not hit. As you duck, it goes, well, not bad. She looks at you and smiles. Tell me, Alvar, did Mummy or Daddy send you? It's a shame that I had to kill your dad. So, top of the initiative order is Alvaron's turn. He's going to move up to you. And he is going to cast, at 6th level, another Disintegrate against the Bugbear. That's a success. But doesn't do enough damage to ignore it. And just disintegrates right behind you. And he steps in and points his finger at the Orc Warlord. Growls menacingly.
And whose turn is it next?
So, it will be said Warlord. And says, I will not let her fall in your hands. Alvor. He's gonna do 2 more attacks against you. First one's a 22, and then the next one's a 16.
Okay, so the 22 hits, the 16 misses.
So you take 17 points of slashing damage from his great axe. So you King catches on the frame of the stone wall. And you are up.
Okay. So, first things first, I'm kind of growing tired of the Orc Warlord. So, Toto can go ahead and dispose of him. And up and maul.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
It's alright, I can roll for the second attack on Toto then. And well, that's a bit better. Does a 21 hit?
It does.
Excellent. Okay, so that is 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'm insulted by that. Cinda, my apologies, but there was a technical difficulty that we hadn't anticipated, and for God's sake, the impromptu label is gone because we've switched to astral view mode.
Yeah, happens.
I'm sorry, Cinder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Favored Foe on Maya,
Okay,
since I kind of forgot that I had that.
that's your bonus action.
Yep. And I am going to go ahead and have a pop at her with my bow.
Go for it.
My new bow. My shiny bow. My good bow. So that is a 21 to hit.
Okay.
Please tell me that hits.
It does hit. I'm just checking something. Yep, blue damage.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, so that is 16 plus 6, so that is 22.
Okay.
And just to check the additional details on this bow, now you said that this weapon has +3 to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Which is already
and has...
accounted for.
Right, okay, so that's already on the thing.
Yes, that's all done.
Right, okay. And question, can I use healing hands on myself?
No. Unless it's no, you've used your action, you've used your bonus action.
Right, okay, that's me then.
Okay, just one
Let's
attack.
go ahead and...
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and trash talk her a little bit more, going...
Okay, so you're
Sorry,
going to
but,
forgo your second attack, so she's going to now...
Wait a minute, what second attack is...
She's going to go ahead and cast at 5th level Fireball right on top of you three. It says, you're pathetic. She throws a ball. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please? So he fails.
Okay, so that is 22 for me.
That's a success. And that's a fail. And total?
I'm just getting his. That is a 15 for total.
Roll this one here. Okay, so you will take half damage. Full damage is 41.
Okay, so that's 21 damage then.
20 for you. One for the other two. Ugh. Okay, she is done. And Elrond is going to use his first step bonus action and teleport in beside Maya. He looks up at her and into you, and back to her. Did you have this injury? And his hand isn't pointing towards her, it's pointing to you. Kill him. And he points towards the orc and goes to cast at 5th level Magic Missile. So that's 4, 7, 9, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 26. And finally, 30 points of force damage. And as those missiles right in the back of the thingy, he has his axe up and he goes, falls to the floor. So Alvor, restrain her.
Certainly.
So she tries to teleport away. I've got counter spell. She will not be able to move.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and go up and start binding her hands behind her back.
Okay. As you go to do this, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
This isn't going to be good. That's a 6.
As you went to go grab her, all of a sudden, you feel this energy coming from Alaron, who holds his hand out to you as he casts polymorph on you. And as you are transformed into sheep. And she laughs and leans into Alaron and says, "Thank you for allowing me to escape." I'm sorry. Takes out his insignia little badge, rips it from his vest, and throws it down at your hooves. As Toto looks on, confused, and says, "Toto, sit." And he sits down, but is really weirded at what's happened. Toto's at this point confused. I'm sorry. This has to be this way, Alvor. You're a good student. But we must join our friends. I'll leave you to do with the rest of the orcs. Drop your spell once we're safely away. And they both grab and entwine their hands, and he begins casting teleport. Do you want to do anything at this point?
Am I able to break out of the polymorph?
You can do if you want to make another wisdom saving throw.
Yep. That's not much better. That is a 11.
Still a fail. It says farewell.
Am I able to just kind of ram into the back of their knees?
You've got at this point you've got the intelligence of a sheep. You're aware of what's going on. You understand what's happening, but how to deal with things all of a sudden gone. You're back into normal form. And if you stumble to the floor a little bit and regain yourself, Toto was confused, to say the very least. How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit dumbfounded, but then again, he did say that he was going to do something that I wasn't going to expect, and I had to play along, so perhaps this is part of the plan. I'm gonna go ahead, reach out and scratch Hope behind the ear and go, "Yeah, I know, boy, I'm confused too."
You look at the badge on the floor. It's Captain Neblin. As you're sitting and waiting,
I'll go ahead and pick up and pocket the badge that's been ripped off.
You hear
Is
you hear footsteps running towards you from behind. It's Biggins and Sockings, along with Balmer. Always easier. Where's the captain?
teleported away with Maya. Now, I am not sure where they have gone to. This has potentially turned
I
into one of
thought your
two
orders
things.
were to kill her no matter the cost.
Yes, I am aware of what the
Did
orders were.
she teleport him?
Okay, let me speak. You listen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, he is teleported away with her after ripping off his badge and making a show of him being a traitor as well. This could either mean one of two things. Either option one, he is a traitor and he's been in cahoots with Maya the whole time, or option two, this is a double cross to lure Maya into his trust and he has teleported her into the confine holds. So, either way, let's hightail it out of here before we are once again outnumbered by orcs and goblins, shall we?
Yes, sir. Who takes point?
Let's see now. Biggins, you take point. I believe that you're more than a fair match for our orc if we should come across one. Lead the way out.
He looks at his bloodied, completely dripping, soaking great axe and says, "I've decorated enough work on this for the one day, but happy to add to it." And just walks off.
Just at least until we get out of here. Is anyone injured?
No, we're all good. The pathetic orcs were defeated as we go. Denton looks on as past you to where that the two would have been. He says something doesn't feel right.
Why, what do your kitty instincts tell you?
Ha! What have I said about that slur?
My apologies, but indeed, what do your instincts tell you? So if you sense that something is wrong before we leave, speak up now.
Wow. Did he tell you that he was going to do this?
He told me that I was going to do something unexpected and that I should play along, which is what I'm assuming that this is.
And why wouldn't he tell you his plan?
I am not sure, maybe for authenticity of my reaction.
Make a persuasion
But then
check.
again, though, I don't know how much more authentic you can be when you're polymorphed into a sheep. And persuasion, you said?
Yep.
That's a 5. Checked.
He gives you a long stare as you both walk together out. He's just staring at you suspiciously. And you all exit back into the storm. You see the stack of orc burning in front of you. Goblins.
Excellent work, team.
It was no sweat. Ha! I did all the killing. You guys just kept them busy. Away from me, Balma says. Do you not think we should take a break? So you have been running here.
Once we're a safe distance away, yes, we can set up camp for the night. Now, a vital question that I believe everyone is thinking and no one is saying. Does anyone by any chance know how to make a tiny hut? Just so at least keeps out of the rain.
No. That's one thing we're gonna miss. I guess we're camping rough tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the old-fashioned tarp and twigs. Ah, well.
And the rain.
Needs must. And the rain, yes. Well, hopefully, my hunch is correct. Because I don't believe that the captain was a traitor. I mean, does anyone else have any insight as to what type of person he is? Because in the time that I've worked with him, albeit briefly, I have no inkling that he would actually do this genuinely.
Mm. If he's at home, he's at home. But why didn't he take you with him?
Well, to be fair, at the
It
time
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I was essentially mutton, so
But
I'm
why
not
didn't
sure.
he take you with him?
I'm not sure.
We could have all captured our breaker. Use that teleport spell to get back to. I think he's
Oh,
a traitor.
well, we won't know until we get back, will we?
I think we can guess already. He just walks on up to Biggins.
Just going to go ahead and discreetly cast Speak with Animals. What do you think, Toto?
No.
Come on now, you know you can talk freely when I'm speaking to you in Wolf.
Didn't spell right.
Maya or the captain?
Anything. Just walks on.
What were you picking up?
Disloyalty. He walks off ahead of you. As your group continues to head westward and meets with the reinforcements in the camp for the location. Your transport back up to the lower city arrives to bring you back to safety.
Mm-hmm.
You meet with a government representative who explains that Aileron is nowhere to be seen.
Well, that's a chilling conclusion then.
A couple of days pass. No news. Your squad not seen each other for quite some time. You're summoned back to the capital. A few weeks go by after you arrive, not being seen to but unable to contact your family. Eventually, you're brought before a small committee who question you and grill you on the incidents of the day, intently and rationally. Eventually, they agree there was nothing you could have done. You were told your position of trust was abused, and when asked if there was anything you would have done differently now,
Possibly try to improve my aim. The orders were
this
to
is not a joke,
eliminate targets.
Lieutenant.
Nor do I treat it as a joke. I believe that had I had either another body with me, or that my combat skills were a bit more finesse, I could have eliminated the target and I could have prevented this entire thing.
How close to death was she really?
I beg your pardon?
How close to death was Maya Cloud
She was
Bender?
at the point of frustration and desperation. So I believe fairly bloodied.
She didn't kill you.
Believe me, she wanted to hurt me. Unfortunately, I'm more dexterous than I think that she anticipated me to be.
They all
There were
look towards each other.
fireballs involved.
Yes, as the record states. They all look
Mhm.
toward each other, murmur for a moment. Alaron will be named as enemy of the state. You will not be named as his accomplice today. However, this
Very
incident will
well,
be marked as a failure to your record. But there's
as
no
it
more
should
time
be.
for that anyway. We need you to gather your squad, and you'll be leading them as captain. As a special envoy is coming to work with us on a different matter. You have to meet with the Archwizard Mir and his associates.
This will not be a home visit to Mir. I'm assuming.
No, you are
I've
to meet
heard.
him in. You will be meeting him in Alaria.
That's a relief. I've heard rumors of his abode.
Ha! You mean the metallic tower that he's been trying to build every day? He's a madman, but he
Mm-hmm.
is a smart madman.
Hence why I'm glad that this will not be a home visit. So,
Do not take this visit lightly. Council Ludofol requires our assistance on its delicate matter. And I need to remind you who heads that council. Don't piss off the God of Justice.
I don't intend to.
Maestra would not be pleased. Bahamut and Maestra have always worked in peace and in friendship. But congratulations. Albeit it would be better circumstances for your promotion.
Naturally, but thank you.
We'll also be assigning a new squad member to replace your position in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Here we are. Private Lewin will be your new ranger.
Excellent. Any word on their resume if they happen to know Tiny Hut?
This council's adjourned. They'll stand up and walk out. As Denton and Hawkins approach forward. Captain,
This may take some getting used to. Gather the equipment and the resources that you need, and we shall
someone
set.
in robes approaches you and hands you a scroll
Mm.
and nods and walks away. Asimir in the face.
What's in the scroll?
With our distinction, that we hereby promote Hegel Balmer to the rank of lieutenant.
Ah,
We forgot there.
Balmer? But it appears that you're also to receive promotion.
Probably taking your
Congratulations.
place. I think I was the next
Mm-hmm.
in line.
Yes, indeed you are. Nevertheless, congratulations, Lieutenant.
So, Lunafall.
Waiting on. Yes, I'm hesitant to set off now when waiting for the next scroll to let me know who's going to be Sergeant now. Perhaps we shall get that along the way. Anyhow, my point being, everyone gather up your resources that you need to go on travelling, and we'll rendezvous to head off to Lunarfall in, say,
Excuse me. The voice
Yes.
echoes as he comes in the room. You see 3, 4, 5 individuals enter the thing. I'm afraid we missed the council, but we have arrived way earlier. You look towards, as you see, tall, greying beard man in robes, a large Goliath, human, a goblin, slightly older, and a red dragonborn, also in robes. My name is Mir. This is Ababuto, Demiantis, Lord Bracken, and Leo Donatus. And as you look towards Leo, the sensation of burns of fire rage into your body, and you wake in a cold sweat. And that's where we end
Okay.
tonight. Okay.
Oh, that was interesting.
Mm.
So hoping to use my other voice a little bit longer. Or at the very least, get a little quip with the goblin voice.
So, your old captain, Alaron, is missing. Presumed wanted for treatment.
Traitorous.
Mm-hmm. And you're now about to
Alright then.
embark on business with your squad, with some of the Council of Lunafall, who have arrived ahead of time. And you immediately have a very strange reaction in your dream when looking at the face of the same man who breathed fire and killed you.
Well, to be fair, what other reaction are you meant to have? He barbecued me. We shouldn't really be on good terms.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Another short story in the bag.
Indeed, it's a short one, but it sets up a little bit of precedence that you have someone who's missing, and you have no idea who they where they are, and what they're planning to do, who they are signing
Yes.
themselves with. Apparently, Maya was supposed to be going to the Khazred Empire, but she helped kill some of the orcs, or rather, at least injure them. And there was no indication that they have actually gone to the Khazred Empire. So where are they? Where have they gone?
So
Join
where are the
us.
two of them up there?
Yeah. So feel free to join us on Monday for Dungeons and Dragons 8 p.m. as our group has arrived at Verla or Viridia, depending if you prefer the common or the dwarven town. As this town has been barrenly emptied, members of our party arriving seemingly may have disturbed the occupants of the abandoned town. They've been for a rough start on Monday. Until then, we'll see you next time. Good night.
Good night, everyone.